Welcome back to Dan, Digital Asset News, where we summarize the top stories in digital assets and crypto so you get what you need to know in less time. Here's what's news today. Coinbase Card is practically stealing from you. Cardano creator Charles Hoskinson gives his top reason why Cardano will explode in 2020. And digital assets are crushing the S&P 500. So first up, the Coinbase Debit Card. So in my last video, I talked about that I would be looking into this and probably getting the Coinbase card for myself just to see how it worked. It sounded very promising. The promise is that Coinbase could give you a debit card, just like any debit card that you have, and you would be able to use that for transactions in any place for micropayments. I thought it was interesting because I thought, well, if Tim Draper predicts that Bitcoin goes to 250,000 by 2022, and one of the reasons is because of the Lightning Network and because of micropayments and the adoption of cryptocurrency and digital assets in the market today, then this sounds like a real winner. Unfortunately, looking at the information and the card itself, I realize how much of a loser it is, and here's why. First, let's go over this article and see what's going on. So this was back in May 17th, 2019, where Coinbase states the card will soon be available in the US. It is now November 18th, 2019, and no word on that yet. And as we scroll down, we see these are the features. The new card supports all the cryptos available for transactions on the Coinbase platform. According to the latest announcement, customers have the capability to pay for most of their daily purchases. They can buy a meal or book a ticket using this card. Customers can use their card at millions of places around the world, ATMs for example. Whenever one is using their Coinbase card, the company converts cryptography or cryptocurrency into fiat currency. The accompanying mobile application lets the customers select the encryption device that they want to pay for. So you can use different crypto that is in your Coinbase wallet. Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Augur, I believe, and some other ones, BAT. So it is just how you set it up on your application or your app on your phone. Then it talks about Coinbase Pro. We're going to skip over that. And it talks now about optimizing tax tools. So using the card in the US could be expensive. Bearing in mind the capital tax gains the government will make from the use of it, every transaction must undergo an examination to determine whether the taxes should apply. Thus, the Internal Revenue Service, or IRS, will oversee the Coinbase debit card domestically. Transactions involving airdrops and purchasing tokens are not exempted from the chopping block for taxation. Armstrong concluded, our tax tools could be a little bit better, I admit. We are working on it every year, but every time we comes to another crunch, so we have to deal with that then. We want to create crypto economy with more economic freedom. That will help the world to grow. Everybody can participate. And that is totally true. Everybody can participate if we make it easy. There is the grandma test. If your grandma can use it, it is adaptable, right? So for us, we are very early in this game. We are the first movers. We are the first adopters. What we are is we're the first ones, the guinea pigs, and we sort of we're like spreading the gospel. We're spreading the information. However, for the majority of people, if it is too slow, if it is not effective, it is too expensive, people will not use it. So let's take a look at the fees. So this is where it really got to me. So the Coinbase card FAQ, the fees. Starting with the plastic card issuance fee. So right off the bat, you have to pay $4.95 in pounds or euros to get your card. Right now, it is not available in the United States, so this is only in the European countries. So that is the price that you'll be paying, which I find an abomination. Nobody, no banks, central banks, as bad as they are, will charge you to give you a debit card to use your own money. Only Coinbase. Now, going forward, the domestic cash withdrawal fee, it is up to £200 or 200 euros per month. That's free. Well, that's great. Any amount over 200 pounds or euros is 1% of value of the ATM withdrawal. Great. Then we have some other things about international cash withdrawal fees, domestic purchases. This is what was interesting. The domestic purchase transaction fee. it states it's free. So if you go to Starbucks and you buy a grande cappuccino, that they say is free. Congratulations, you just use your card. And looking just at this, you're like, well, that's fantastic. That will drive adoption. Micropayments, it gets out to all the people that want to use it, and it makes this available. Your grandma can use it. Let's keep going though. Here we see the crypto liquidation fees, which is 2.49% of the transaction. So up here it says it's free, but down here it states that it is not. So to convert your cryptocurrency, whatever you have, to liquidate that, sell that, and use that as fiat, you have to pay 2.49% of that. If you have money in a bank to spend your money, you do not have to pay for that right. The bank takes your money, they use that to lend out to other people, they make money off that, and they say, well, we still have your money, it's just to slosh around all the rest of this stuff. In Coinbase, that is not the case. So Coinbase is going to charge you to use their services, to purchase cryptocurrency, to exchange it, and now it's going to charge you to spend it. This, to me, is a big loser. As time goes on, if this comes to America, who knows if it will or will not, this is going to make people run for the hills because there is no reason to use it. Why would I use a card? Why would I use the card that is my own money when I already purchased it from Coinbase? They've made money off my purchase of that digital asset. It's going to cost me to spend my own money? That will never work. That is not a good business practice, and I hope they clean that up, but who knows? Now in the FAQ section, it talks about why would I want a Coinbase card. It states here the Coinbase card allows you to spend funds from your cryptocurrency wallets available on Coinbase. You sure can, but you're going to pay for it. And then moving farther down, it talks about who can sign up for a Coinbase card, and these are the countries that is available in. So if you are an international viewer outside the United States and you're viewing this video, welcome. You are going to pay to use your own money in these countries. So I will tell you, good luck with that. Moving forward, Cardano's Charles Hoskinson affirms that ADA, or Cardano, is the crypto to watch in 2020. And this is his number one reason. Charles states, what's truly exciting about the recent releases is how fast we are able to move. Our scientists have done a remarkable job designing great protocols, and our engineers are able to bring them to market. Cardano in 2020 will be a beast. First of all, Cardano is one of my holdings. It is my long shot. I believe it could work. I believe that Charles Hoskinson and the IOHK team are being very, very cautious in how they roll things out. Although sometimes I think it is a little bit too cautious. In business, there is a saying that if you aren't breaking things as you're moving forward, you're not going fast enough. True, these things take time. The infrastructure must be built. But if you can't get out there and make mistakes, is it going to be of value? Is it going to be of service? You have to go out there and fail. So for the IOHK team to sit back and go, okay, we are going to make sure that every little detail is done before we roll this out, before we even put anything on the mainnet. Now remember, Cardano does not even have a mainnet. It is still a test net. And that is a very long time to go through this process, to only have a test net. So in the future, I'm hoping to see big things, but for what Charles is stating here, this is not the information or the boost that I would say to myself, like, this is definitely going to be it. To me, it is a long shot, but we will see what happens in the future. Moving forward, data shows that Bitcoin has outperformed the S&P 500 since 2013. Interesting to know, we all know how far up digital assets and cryptocurrency has come since their inception. But to say that it is just from 2013 is a misnomer. Let's take a look at this year itself. So Bitcoin generated 132% return this year alone, 2019. States here, Bitcoin generated an impressive 132% return this year alone, while in comparison, the NASDAQ 100 only generated 17%, and the S&P 500 12%. I think it's a little bit off. There's a little bit of switching of numbers here. So let's take a look real quick. The S&P 500 year-to-date return table for 2019. So if you started to invest in the S&P 500, and if you're not familiar, it's okay. I'm not a big investor either. I do not invest into it, but it is the top 500 companies in the market, in the stock market, that you can invest in. Now, these companies can change. At some point, the top 500 may not be the ones from last year or however much time ago, but these are the top 500. Warren Buffett states he had a challenge for all the mutual funds, and he stated he would give them X amount of dollars. I think it was like $10 million if they could beat the S&P 500. All they would have to do is you would just put your money in the S&P 500, do nothing, or you give it to these mutual fund managers, and they would pick and choose their stocks that they thought would be a winner. And so far, this has been going for, I think, 20 years. Nobody has won. So for the S&P 500, if you started in last year, and today's date, well, we have 11/15/2019 here. The start price of a share might have been $249, end price $311. So your year-to-date return will be 26.5%, which, if you think about it, you're like, well, it's pretty good for doing absolutely nothing. And if you took this all the way out for 1 year, it would probably equal about 30.32%, according to this. So looking a little bit further, if you made a big investment, let's say $10,000 on December 31st, 2018, at the end of the year, you would have $12,650 for putting it into the S&P 500, which is extremely, I can't say it's extremely stable. It's more stable than cryptocurrency and digital assets. That's all I'll say. However, let us take a look at if you did the same thing with Bitcoin. This is one of my favorite websites, CoinCheckup. You can take a look at all the different coins that are out there, look at charts, analysis, predictions. I'm not a big TA, technical analysis type of guy, but it does have some other historical performance and things like that I like to look at. So for this one, let's take a look back at December 30th, 2018. Actually, even more than that. December 9th was at 3,400, 3,800 in December 30th. If we went all the way here and sold on July 7th, would be a great return, 11,845. Right now, we're sitting at around 8,556. So imagine if you put $10,000 in, you would have had roughly 2.5 Bitcoin. And then right here, 2.5 Bitcoin would give you $20,000. So, or well, actually more. So you would be doubling your money as opposed to the S&P 500. So taking a look at that, let's take a look at one of my favorite assets, the XRP, and see how it did for the year. Pretty awful. So here we are at 45 cents in November. Took a big dip December 9th to 30 cents. Raised to 37 cents and peaks and valleys. It peaked at 44 cents June 23rd. And now it's down to 26 cents. So investing in XRP like I did, you would be losing money. But again, it is not about the price. It is what is going to happen in the future. I believe in XRP. It is one of my main holdings. It is working with regulators. It has a lot of partnerships. I believe in the project. There's one more, though, that beat them all. And that is the one that I need to talk about more. And it is ChainLink. ChainLink, if you've never heard of it, pretty good asset. And what it's aiming to do is to be the middleman or the oracle in between smart contracts. I will get into this into a later video, but there's a reason why this project is going up. So again, investing at the beginning of the year at, let's say 39 cents. Not too bad. January 6, 2019. Today, we're at $2.92. So taking your money right there, taking it from here all the way to here, you're looking at a 500, 700% increase. Look at the projects, see who's behind it, see what it can do, see if it is functioning, and that is where you should invest your money. Again, this is not financial advice, for entertainment purposes only. And that is it for today. I want to thank you for sticking with me to the end of the video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notifications, bell button, all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next one.